crystal flat. Be fun. We're gonna hopefully be able to stream this on the ball. Hey Amy, nice to have you in the chat as well. I can see you. I can't respond to chat whilst we do this, so I'm gonna have to do it vocally. So I'm gonna have to keep sort of turning around, and if you're watching on one platform, you're getting a face down view of these beautiful little frog molds, and if you're watching on another platform, you're getting a sideways view of these beautiful little frog molds. So I'm not actually going to start this project until we hit 8 o'clock, 8:30, sorry. So that's when I wanted to go live with this. But I just thought I need to get everything set up first. So bear with me for a second whilst I set everything up on the back end at the same time. And then we're going to have fun with this. It's Froggy Friday. I couldn't think of anything better to do than some crazy frogs. And we are only going to use greens. So it's going to be interesting. I'm just getting everything set up on the back end as well. And there we go. That is now done as well. Now going over to the right screen. You wouldn't believe how much planning goes into this, guys. Just doing a live with a resin pour. I've had to get the resin mixed ready, and I'm going to be using one of my favorites, which is just the Apex high gloss finish, which is an amazing resin. And if you haven't tried this, guys, nip over to apexresin.co.uk, use my discount code CCUK and get yourself some money off. I love Apex resin. They're absolutely fantastic. And I'm hoping we're going to get a few in on all of the other platforms as well. And we're going to see what we can create on this Froggy Friday. So, first of all, I'm not going to name the platforms because they don't like it when you do that, but can somebody confirm on the platform with the initials TT that you can see my hands? In chat, come on. And can somebody confirm on the platform that is YT or Insta that you can see my hands? Hey, Sandy, nice to see you. Thanks for joining as well. And it looks like, oh, yeah, we've got a hi, so that's great. Hi, Creations by Lisa. Nice to see you as well on the TT platform. These are getting more and more manic each week. But the idea here is, as I say, I did this Froggy the other night on a live, and he came out really cool. I really liked him, if you see him. And it's this more natural sort of frog mold. And I really loved it. But I couldn't figure out how to get the footage to edit it into my Froggy Friday video. So if you were here for that as well, I hope you enjoyed it as well. Hi Amy, nice to see you. You're not late, you're actually early. Lula, you're early as well. Ord, you're early as well. And I'm hoping you can see this little Froggy. So this is the one that I made the other night. I was going to edit it into a video and basically use it as my Froggy Friday. Now, some of the footage got corrupt, so I couldn't do that. But it's really cool. Look, it glows. It's got some cool little glow beads in it. And it actually physically glows, which was really cool. But it was a pain to demold, I will be honest. So this particular mold, which I got from Temu, was an absolute pain to demold. So I'm going to be doing a normal frog. You're going to get 2 frogs in this tutorial. So we're going to have 2 frogs for the price of 1. And on top of that, guys, we're only going to use green. And Lula, I'm glad you're in chat, because I am going to need you in chat, because I'm going to be working on these frogs. So I can't see what's being said in chat. So you're going to have to monitor that for me. So appreciate you being here, Lula. Appreciate everyone that's here as well. We've got Ania here as well. I'm going to love this, mate. So as you can see, I've got a standard frog mold, which takes about 4 ounces of resin there. And all I've done so far is put some eyes in it. So hopefully you can see I've just put the eyes in there. Okay. And then I've got this weird mold, which we created that frog with here. And again, I've put some eyes in it. Hopefully they're going to stay put this time. And it's going to be a cool make. So the plan is here. Obviously, we're not going to get a demold. So apologies for that, guys. It's just not going to happen in the space of a 30-minute video. I didn't want to use a resin that would cure that quickly. But I have mixed up some resin. So here we go. And it is already warming up, guys. It's been sat there for probably about 15 minutes, but I'm okay with that. Now, I've got lots of different greens here. And this is where I really want to celebrate greens, okay? So I've got some that I've got from Create and Bloom. I've got some from Laura's Art Corner. And we're going to mix up these colours first. We're still a little bit early, but do you know what? We're only mixing colours. And then the only other colour I'm going to put in here is a little tiny bit of white. So all I'm going to do, before we even get started, this is getting really warm, is pour a tiny bit in each of these molds. And hopefully you can see it on the sideways angle as well. And that's it. No more than that. And now I'm going to get these cups ready. And then we're going to mix up some beautiful greens and we're going to pour and we're going to have some fun with it. And we're going to see what happens, you know. So I've got 6 pots here. I think I'm going to need 7. So here we go. And I'm going to mix these all together. You know, we're going to have lots of different colors, all green this is going to be. And we're going to see what happens, what we get, if this works in these 2 frogs. And hopefully they're going to turn out. Now, because we can't demold tonight, because these are going to take 24 hours, because I'm using the standard high gloss resin to fully cure, I'm going to do a short for everyone tomorrow, just with the demolding, so you can see what we've done. So here we go. All of these different pots. Hopefully you can see on both. That is now 7 pots I've got ready. I must be crazy. How many greens do I want to fit in 2 frogs? Yes, not really my favorite color, Diane. So, but I thought let's celebrate it. It's getting a bit of hate at the minute in the resin community. And I don't think that's right. I think every color can be beautiful. And let's see what we can do with it, you know. That's the key. So, first ones I'm going to mix up. I've got 3 different greens from Create and Bloom, who is amazing. So the first one is going to be this lace wing, which is almost like a green grass color. And you don't need a lot of these paste, guys. Just literally get your cocktail stick, move it around the pot, and that's it. That should be enough to fully color this beautiful resin, and it will give us a beautiful green grassy color. And this is really warm. I think it's because I left so much resin together. So that will be interesting in itself, just to see if that has an effect. Here we go. And welcome to everyone, you know. Going to be doing more of these lives, and the filming is going to get better, guys. So I've invested a little bit of money in the channel this month, in new cameras, bit of lights, and I'm still waiting for a tripod to come. So that's why you've not got the best picture. So I do apologize. But trust me, we're going to get better. We're going to keep growing together, and we're going to keep having fun. That's what it's all about. So that's the first color, which is this grassy green lace wing color from Create and Bloom. Next color is going to be Sherwood, which is a darker green, again, from Create and Bloom. And if you know me where I'm based in Nottingham, which is near Sherwood Forest and Robin Hood. So I thought it was only fair that we have some of this beautiful Sherwood dark green color going in as well. And I hope you're all doing well. Hey, Tim, nice to have you with me. And this shouldn't have even gone live yet. And these resins, whoo, they're hot. Remind me not to leave 10 ounces of resin in a pot for 20 minutes first before I start this. And it's going to be really interesting just to see if we have an effect from that. Hopefully we don't get the dreaded flash cure. I've had one once and I haven't since. So hopefully it's not going to happen. Hopefully we've got enough time to get all of these mixed and get them in. And this one is Salvia, again from Creating Blue, which I've not used before, but it's a lighter green. And again, exactly the same. Wipe off your cocktail stick. Make sure there's none of that previous pigment on there. Go around your pigment like that. Dead straightforward. Whatever's left on that cocktail stick will be enough to colour your resin. So here we go, guys. And that's the third colour. Beautiful lighter green. And these are all greens. That's it. There's no secret in this. It's going to be green frogs because I love all colours of resin. And I think it's what you do with them that should hopefully give you a special piece. So that's those three colours from Creating Blue. So that's those. And I love intermixing different colours from different suppliers, you know. Use them all. That's what I say. Not just one supplier. Use them all. And the next ones I'm going to do are from laurasartcorner.net. And the first one I'm going to use is this golden apple, which is like a chameleon effect. So that's going in one of these pots. And as you can see, it's more of a chameleon powder. And how much do I want to put in there? That is the question. And hopefully you guys can see how limited I am on space. You know, I'm doing 2 frogs here and it's pretty much taking up my full workspace. But eventually we'll get to the point where that won't happen. So I'm just going to mix this around as well. Beautiful chameleon colours. And I am starting to get a bit of a flash cure in this. Oh dear, we're going to get a flash cure live. So, look at this. It's not going to plan, is it? Look at that, guys. And that's because I left that resin heating up for 20 minutes before I started this live. Wow. Woo. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to still find a use for it somehow, even if it just cures in that pot. So there we go. That one is a flash cure. Now, worst case scenario, look at that. It looks really cool, though. Oh, we've got a flash cure live. Oh, my. Okay, we're going to leave that to the side for now. And hopefully these aren't. Okay, these haven't yet. So look at that. Wow. Okay, let's hope this one doesn't. I'm going to put 2 of these in. And hopefully we don't have the same effect. That's mixing round. Okay, this one isn't curing yet, so we're okay. Here we go. See, things do go wrong, especially on a live. That's what makes it fun. We got a flash cure and we got it live. So if you're doing 2 frogs at once, maybe don't leave your resin to sit around for half an hour while you play around with the camera equipment and try and get ready for a live. Top tip. So here we go. That's mistake number 1. There's probably going to be a few more before we're done. So there you go. I am a bit like a mad scientist, Lula. So I'm just going to wipe off that off my gloves. Trying to stay reasonably tidy whilst I'm doing this. So the next one I've got is Green Frog from Laura's Art Corner as well. And I'm hoping that, again, this one doesn't flash cure on me. Beautiful. That's enough. At the minute, we've only had 1 flash cure. Just the one. Oh, no, we've got 2. Look at that, guys. Look. Woo! Solid. Right, okay. What about this one? This one's, again, it's going. Look at that. That's a flash cure. Do not leave your resin when you're using big volumes just sat around, or you're going to have a wasteful impact like this. But am I going to let that stop me? These ones, I don't think have cured. Yes, they have. Look at this. Oh, my. Look. Oh, dear. You saw it live on camera. So I've got to rethink now, haven't I? That one's still okay. Right. Let me get some fast cure resin now. And do this pot by pot, I think. Yeah, let me just make some space. Wow. On Alive. Now, I am going to save these pots because I'm going to demold them and I'm going to do something with them. I never waste resin. If you know me, then you know that I never waste resin. But there we go. That was kind of fun and unexpected. So now I'm just going to get some fast cure resin. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to mix that up and we're going to go again. Wowzers. And it's even curing a little bit in this pot. And it's because I left 350 ml, which is enough to do these 2 frogs for so long. In fact, I'm not. I'm just going to use the standard Apex again. And I'm going to eyeball this roughly because we've already got one mixed. And this is a 1-to-1 resin, guys. I'm just having a look. That's just over 150. Can you believe that happened live? Now, part of me is quite glad it did because it shows things go wrong. But what do? You just carry on. You know, things will go wrong. That's okay. We still carry on. So there we go. Beautiful resin. And if you're still here, thank you. I promise this doesn't normally happen. Now I'm just going to mix this up. I'm still flabbergasted. And that one's cured as well. So we're going to mix these again. Yeah, interesting. So now I need to create some more space on my tiny little workspace. Wow. That's the first time I think that's ever happened on Alive, you know? And it's because I let it sit for too long. So it's funny though. It's interesting. And hopefully it shows you things can go wrong with resin. Has this cured in there as well? Not quite. But again, it might give us a bit of a clear window, which is okay. As you can see, I'm just mixing this live to get rid of the streaks. Yes, it does. It picks up the fumes, Diane. Yeah, I'm going to have fun thinking what to do with those because I don't want to waste any resin. Here we go. And I think that should be mixed enough. There's no streaks going around the sides and the base. And shall we start again? Shall we go again, people? Right, okay. Let's move these out of the way. And let's go again. So yeah, that was actually really interesting. I am genuinely glad it happened so that you guys can see. Sometimes things go wrong, you know, but the key is don't panic. Don't just carry on. Andy's new nickname, the Flash Cure. Okay, I don't know about that. Hi, Cheryl, as well. Glad to have you on board as a new member. Right, let's go for this again. And this time, I'm not going to give it enough time to Flash Cure, hopefully. So again, just wiping my gloves. And here we go. So, salvia first. And I'm going to pour some resin straight into this pot. Beautiful. And it's probably because of the heat we're getting in the UK as well at the minute, guys. Because I'm not used to doing resin work in this much heat. In the UK, it's normally cold, dreary, and rainy. So there we go. It's a bit of fun, you know. So there we go. That's that salvia mixed up beautifully. And we are going to get a result. I promise you, we're going to get a result. Salvia mixed. Out of the way. Can you believe we got a Flash Cure live? I'm amazed. And it's kind of exciting. And it, as I say, for beginners, I think it just shows you that sometimes things do go a little bit wrong. You know, but you just carry on. Let's not panic. And I guarantee we're still going to get a result out of these frogs. So here's the lace wing. La, 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 la. Beautiful colour again. But I'm going to get a shifty on here because I don't want the same thing to happen what's just happened. And I think it is the heat we've got, you know, and the fact I let it sit for too long. So, learn from my mistakes. That's what I always say. Next, we're going to go with the Sherwood. There we go. So again, same process, mixing it around, and then whatever's left on my stick is what's going to colour that resin. So, who thinks we're going to get a finished frog? Who thinks we're going to get a flash cure again? Let me know in comments. I can't believe that just happened. Oh, wow. How many subscribers have I just lost? That's the question for getting a flash cure on camera. Hopefully none. Hopefully you all appreciate that sometimes these things just happen with resin and there's not a lot you can do about it. Apart from making sure that you don't waste any of that resin, you know? So here we go. That's those three. Now for the others. I'm still amazed, you know? I still don't quite believe what's just happened live. Wowzers. Anyhow, let's carry on. Keep calm and carry on, I think people used to say. Let's follow that advice. And keeping calm and carrying on. Right, give me some of this. But you saw it literally, flash cure on screen. It was amazing, you know? I don't know. I don't know what it was. This is only the second time in over a year I've actually had a flash cure. So it just shows it can happen to anyone, you know. Right, here we go. Some more beautiful greens. Look at this. Absolutely stunning colours. And these ones are from Laura's Art Corner. The other ones were from createandbloomcrafts.com. And obviously, I'm going to be using the Apex resin in these. But make sure, if you want to get yourself anything from apexresin.co.uk, then use my discount code, get yourself some money off, which is CCUK. And it also works on Laura's Art Corner to get yourself some money off there. Here we go. So this is the green, which is the golden apple. Now, I was going to do these competing, but I thought, you know what? They don't have to compete. They can all intermix together, and we'll see what we get. And again, just mixing it around the sides. How are we all doing this Friday anyway? I bet you didn't expect to see a live flash cure. Neither did I. But we did it live, you know, and it was good fun. So, but we're still continuing, we're still carrying on, and we are going to get some beautiful frogs, I promise. Here we go. And then for the next one, and again, sorry if I don't respond straight away to your comments, it's because I'm trying to make sure we don't get another flash cure. So this one, I'm just going to, again, fill up a little bit. And then I've got two different bits from, again, Laura's Art Corner, these are. One of them is Neptune Green, which I think are iridescent sort of flakes. I don't know if you can just see in there. Look at those. And again, I'm going to put some of those in here. Not a lot. 2 scoops should be enough for that. And then I've got some glitter, because we all know glitter is life as well. So I'm going to add some glitter as well. Look at this. It's almost like an iridescent green. Absolutely beautiful. And I think that's going to give us a cool effect in these frogs. Hopefully. There we go. So we've got 6 different colours there. And the only thing I think I want a little bit of is this Lucky in Love glitter, which again, it's a greeny, sparkly glitter. And I'm going to add some of this straight into that iridescence that we've just done. Not measuring it out, no particular measurement. I think that should be enough. And look at the sparkle on this glitter, guys. Beautiful. Look at this. And I'm mixing it in with the iridescent colour. And we're going to see what happens. You know, it's just going to be a fun pour. It's as simple as that. But I have got one other ingredient, what I haven't tried yet, which I wanted to try. So, there we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different greens. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to see the comments after this and how much stick I'm going to get for that flash cure. I'm going to get some from the community. I know I shouldn't have left my resin quite as long whilst I was getting everything set up. So apologies. Oh, but as you can tell, it doesn't bother me. I love this community. I think the resin community is amazing, and we all keep growing together. So the final thing that I haven't used yet is these Lime Fusion Bloom Drops from Creating Bloom. Now, these aren't meant to be mixed into resin, but they are kind of an alcohol ink. So look at that. And now this makes me feel like a scientist, guys. I'm just going to splash some in from a height. Beautiful. And that is a really lime green, guys. Let's get some in these legs. Wow. Now, if you think you've seen a mad scientist, you haven't. Honestly, this is resin art. But I love these bloom drops. And I've done them on canvases, but I've not tried them in a frog yet. And they're not as harsh as normal alcohol inks. So there we go. I'm happy with that. So that is those. And now, before these flash cure, I'm going to pour. So I'm going to do a little bit of the iridescent one first. Just a tiny bit in. Just enough to cover that base that we have. And this is almost like just a normal standard puddle pour. Then I'm going to go in with one of these chameleons. And as you can see, this is just about being creative and having a little bit of fun. Now that lighter colour. I don't know how these are going to turn out, but every frog you ever pour, I promise you, is going to turn out different anyway. And now the other chameleon colour. And this is just hopefully going to give us a really cool effect. Now the light colour. And hopefully you can just see what's happening here. All of the resin is intermixing and creating different shades of green. And hopefully we are going to get a cool effect. I don't know. At this point, anything is possible. I didn't expect to get a flash cure, but I did. You know, and we just carry on. And we see what we get. A bit more of that dark. And this is what I call fun, you know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how your resin's going to cure. You're just having a little bit of fun with your resin. Yes, I didn't expect the flash cure, but that was my fault. I wasn't paying attention to my resin. And I'm still going to get a result. I promise you guys, we're still going to get a result out of these frogs. And that's what matters with resin. Just keep going, you know. You never know what you're going to get next, what your next piece is going to look like. You know, it's just pouring, having a bit of fun, and seeing what happens. And I'm loving these colours just intermixing. Absolutely beautiful. I don't want to waste any of this iridescent glitter either. And then I'm just going to fill up the legs. In fact, that one's full now. So I'm just going to add the rest of this into here. And then because I've got a tiny bit left in these cups, I don't want to waste any. So I've got a tiny bit of clear resin left in here, you can see. And all I'm going to do is literally scoop all of these into here and find a drip mold or 2 or 3, so that we're not wasting any of this resin, and we might get a cool effect. Now, I know this is a Froggy Friday video, guys, and I can't give you a demold today, but I will give you a demold tomorrow on a short. But I've still got a piece that I can demold, and it's one of my drip projects, which is basically what I'm creating here. By using your final drips of resin and pouring it into another mold. I think Lula did one of these earlier as well, so hers looks really cool. Now, what I'm doing, though, which is slightly different, is I'm dripping it into the clear resin, which I don't think I've done before. But we're going to see what happens. Pouring it in so that none of it's wasted. And then I'm going to see how much I've got that's left over and what drip molds I can pour it in, you know. But don't forget, these Froggy Fridays will happen every Friday. And there are some amazing artists, guys, that don't get flash cures, that actually concentrate on what they're doing and get amazing effects every week. Now, I promise you, not all of my videos turn out this way either. But make sure you watch them. You know, they're amazing artists. Started by, I think it was Karen over at the Dragon's Cave. We've got Girl in the Garage. We've got Lula. We've got Tim, Bass Resonator, and everybody else. You know, everybody gets involved in this every week. So check out the playlist and watch them all. Now, all I'm going to add to this, look at this. Doesn't that look like a mess at the minute? It won't. So I'm going to add a couple of drops of these bloom drops to it as well. And hopefully this is going to show the beauty of green. Now, again, this doesn't really colour your resin a lot, these bloom drops, because they're not meant to be for that. Right, so I've got one of these little inter-resin turtle molds, and I love these for using spare resin. But before I pour, I'm just literally going to use my cocktail stick and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And it's almost created a bit of a marbling effect in the resin. I don't know if you can see, but almost a bit of a marbling effect. So, in it goes. And this will be really cool. Just see what it looks like. And actually, I think the turtle mold's perfect for this. You know, from into resin. Amazing molds as well if you've not tried them. Now, I've still got some left. So, guess what? I need some more drip molds. Here's another one, which is a seahorse mold. And again, I'm just going to fill it up. And these are great for things like pocket hugs, for giveaways, or just to have something small that you can give away to people. Doesn't cost you a lot of resin, a lot of money, but it's just something fun, and it means you're not wasting any of that resin. I've got this jellyfish one as well. And I'm just weighing up, have I got enough for a starfish? I might have enough. And it's given me a really cool effect in these, so I'm happy with that. Now, I'm just going to go grab a final mold. Then I'm going to turn around and hopefully have a look at this chat and see what you've all been saying behind my back. Hopefully, you've not all just been joking about that flash cure. But you know what? It happens to all of us. And that's part of the fun of resin, you know. You never know what's going to happen next. You should be more prepared than I was then. But the key is just don't panic and have fun with it, you know. What am I going to pour the rest of this resin into? I've got a skeleton mold, but I haven't seen what it looks like yet. This one. What do you think? Should we have a green skeleton? Let's do it. And this is just a fondant mold. But again, they come out really cool. And I think there should be enough here, hopefully, to just fill this. So it'll be something else for us to demold. And I have got a demold coming, guys. I've not forgotten. We're going to demold one of my drip pours in a second. Just scraping out the last bits of this resin so we haven't wasted any into this skeleton fondant mold. And we're going to see what it turns out like. I've never used this mold before either, guys. So hopefully he's going to turn out all right. Scraping the last out of this cup. In we get. Beautiful. Hopefully. We'll find out tomorrow. Could be one of my best pieces. Who knows? And that's the beauty of resin. You'd never know until the next day. Now, I am going to leave the tidying till after. But I promised you guys a demold, didn't I? So do you want to see a demold whilst I'm here? Because we're nearly at the end. And if you're still here, you've been here for 35 minutes. So I really appreciate you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and give us a follow. So this is one of those full drip molds. And it's one of my favorites. You know, it's like a plant pot, basically. Put it in a nutshell. You know, and I just drip my spare resin in. Look, it's kind of got an ocean on the bottom. And hopefully we're going to get some different colors. So I am going to demold it off screen. So I'm not doing it over these new pieces that I've just poured. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I see we've got both Petras with us as well over on Insta. So appreciate you ladies. Looking forward to that collaboration that we're doing on the 27th and seeing your blooms. And I love doing blooms. I love any form of resin art, you know, it's just an amazing thing to do. Takes a little bit of learning sometimes, but look at what I've just done. That took no learning whatsoever. It was just mixing some fun colors together and pouring them in a mold to see what we get. So who's excited to see this drip mold? Anybody? Let's see it in chat. Let's see some hearts. Come on. Who's excited? Anybody? Oh, Louise is saying that she loves a good drip mold. Wow. Hello. Are you ready? Look at this beauty. Wow. Again, just those different colors, different bits of resin on there. I think it came out stunning. What do you think? Do you like it? I love it. And do you know what? Instead of having one of those boring cups in your bathroom, what holds your toothbrushes, make one. You know, do it with resin art. It's something you've created that nobody else in the world has got. This is one of a kind. It's even got glitters in there. Look, and it's got sand in there as well from a beach project I did at the base. You know, absolutely beautiful. That's going to have. Oh, there's another layer of glitter I've just noticed there as well. So glitter is life. You know, that's going to probably house a succulent. And I'm going to have a succulent growing out the top. But thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. Do you want to see my ugly mug on camera or not? Or should we just call it a day there? Right. I'm going to swap cameras. Thank you to everyone on the TT platform as well. I'm going to send out a short tomorrow with a demolding of these and tidy up a little bit. But I'm going to turn around now and I'm going to see who's still in chat, who liked it and who didn't. Right, let's swap cameras and then I can actually see what I'm doing. Are we ready? Now, I've never swapped cameras during a live either, so I hope this works. Whoa, we're back. and ignore the sweat. It's hot, you know. Here we go. So I am back. Hello. How are we all doing? Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Hey, wow. Who expected that to happen? I know I didn't. I can't believe we got that flash cure, you know. But it was funny, you know. It shows you that anything can happen. And yeah, it did. But no, appreciate you all being here. If you missed the announcement earlier on as well, go back and watch that. It was a quick 20-minute live that you're not going to want to miss. It's a way to make sure that you get a piece of my resin art. Thank you. Yes, I'm back. I'm happy to stay here as long as you guys are now. That's the resin curing now. I'm not touching it till tomorrow after that project. It was good fun. And I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with these flash cured pots. Only the second one I've ever had. So if you're mixing a lot of resin, don't leave it standing for half an hour like me. Lesson learned, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it does, Jules. It shows people what can happen. So yeah, it was cool. We saw it live. Did you guys get a good picture? I'm going to have to go back and watch it. It was like something out of Slimer or Ghostbusters, wasn't it? I thought it was amazing as it happened. I was a little bit shocked. But you know what? You learn from it. And, oh, you did get a good view. Good. Hopefully of the resin flash cure. So I'm going to go back and watch it and have a look. Hopefully it looks cool. We're not going to rename the channel Flash Cure Casting UK. Definitely not. But no, I hope you all liked it. And I'm going to do a demold video tomorrow, just as a short, and I'm going to send it out so that everybody gets to see what we've made. Yeah, I saw smoke as well, Lula. It was a little bit scary. I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? I turned into Karen from the Dragon's Cave for a minute, almost. Fire starter. But yeah, it was crazy. It happens. It wasn't really smoke. I'd say it was mist, but it happens when your resin cures at too much of a temperature because of the fact you've left it sitting for too long in a very deep container. So I've learned a lesson. I hope you have too. Not as calm as Karen though. No, I am gonna watch this back. So I think it would probably be one of my funniest lives yet, where absolutely everything went wrong. So do you know when you see a perfect polished video, realize that doesn't always happen in resin, and it's just sometimes things go wrong, you know. But it's carry it back, keeping calm and carrying on. I nearly said keeping calm and carrying on then. Don't tell her I said that. But no, make sure you watch everybody else's video. I'm going to put it in the description in a minute in the playlist so that you get to watch it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to send out a short demolding video tomorrow, and appreciate you all being here for this amazing green frog, or frogs as it were. And I tell you what, I bet you they're going to turn out to be some of the best frogs. So I'll see you all soon. Go watch everybody's video. I think I need a drink after that, obviously a beer, and enjoy the rest of your Friday nights and weekends. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And if you haven't, join memberships, because if you join in July, I guarantee you're going to get a piece of my art wherever you are in the world. All you need to do is click join memberships, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.